Welcome to the 2003 World Motocross Championship and the opening round at Bellpuig in Spain. The reigning 250cc world champion, Suzuki's Mikael Pichon, number 1, goes head-to-head with the reigning Open Motocross Grand Prix world champion Stefan Everts on his 450cc four-stroke Yamaha. This, the new Motocross Grand Prix format of 2003. Number 7, Pit Byron, newly hired by KTM, moves from Honda, for whom he finished 3rd in the 2002 250cc World Championship Series. The fastest man in qualifying, Pit Byron's teammate Joel Smets on his new 450cc four-stroke KTM. The gate drops, Bellpuig packed with fans, and Joel Smets beaten into the first turn by number 111, Claudio Federici, on the Decali Racing Yamaha, another of the 450cc four-stroke contingent. In 3rd place, Pichon barged aside by number 30, Brian Jorgensen, on the Martin Racing Honda. Joel Smets in 5th place, and just behind him Pit Byron on the 250cc two-stroke KTM. So a real 450 versus 250 battle ensues right off the starting gate, and immediately Mikael Pichon, number 1, has elbowed aside number 3, Joel Smets, and gone in pursuit of the fast-gating Federici. Number 72, Stefan Everts, menacingly through past Jorgensen into 4th place. So the battle of the big boys already ensuing at the front. Number 3, the shortly to be 34-year-old Joel Smets. Number 1, 27-year-old Frenchman Mikael Pichon. At the front, the Roman Emperor, Claudio Federici, sidelined for most of last season with a serious knee injury. Oh, enormous airtime as they plunge downhill around this magnificent circuit inland from Barcelona. Mikael Pichon, is he going to take up where he left off after his astonishing run of victories in the 250cc Motocross Grand Prix of 2002? Front 4 already breaking away from Pit Byron in 5th place. Monique Bevot on the 2nd of the Rinaldi Yamahas is behind him. James Dobb on the 250cc factory KTM, the second one, is in 11th place. Carl Nunn on the MJ Church Kawasaki in 13th. And James Noble on the RWJ Honda back in 20th place. Across the wicked whoops, into the right-hander, and a terrible moment for Joel Smets. Completely stands the KTM up in the deep rut, and suddenly Everts is right alongside him as Pichon begins to attack early leader Federici. A barnstorming start to the new Motocross Grand Prix, the class which brings together the 250cc two-stroke machines up to 450cc four-strokes. And the man on the Decali Yamaha, Federici, glances anxiously across to his left to check out where Pichon is. He won't have to look for long because Pichon is making every concerted effort to get past him. Joel Smets still there in 3rd place. Everts 4th, his teammate Bevot 5th. Mikael Pichon, finds the alternative line, cuts ruthlessly inside Federici, styles it across the leap, and lets Federici back through. Claudio forces out to the wide line. Pichon cleverly crafts his way across to the right-hand side, tries to dip back inside, doesn't work. Smets is right on them. This, the battle for the lead in front of a huge crowd here in Spain. The northern part of Spain, Catalonia, has always been the home of motocross in Spain. This is where you get the fans coming out to cheer their guys. Ever since the wonderful little Antonio Elias was challenging for Spanish Grand Prix wins over 20 years ago. His son Tony Elias, of course, is now challenging for the 250cc road racing Grand Prix title. Federici still leads, and impressively. 2nd Pichon, 3rd Smets, 4th and 5th, the 2 Rinaldi Yamahas. Across those wicked whoops, Pit Byron trails behind it. Monique Bevot. Quick roll on of the goggles there for Stefan Everts. Joel Smets. In April, before the next round, he will turn 34 years old. Also competing in the 650cc class, Mikael Pichon devoting his attention to the Motocross Grand Prix category. Smets through into second place ahead of Mikael Pichon. He's on the charge on the new 450cc KTM. He may prefer riding his larger factory KTM, but he's showing good form on the 450 across the whoops. A wicked stadium section that can catch out the best of these men. That new 2003 250cc factory Suzuki of Mikael Pichon rocketing out of the turns. Oh, and Joel Smets getting himself in an awful mess, losing both foot pegs. Surviving intact, still challenging Federici. Federici, the surprise package here, holding off 3 world champions. Smets perhaps a little frustrated. He knows how close the opposition is, but he can't find a way past Federici. And Claudio just keeps cleverly looking over his shoulder and then heading them off. Here comes Pichon again, round the outside. Tries to cut in alongside Smets. Joel prevents him doing that. No way through there. And a terrific filled track here. Pichon trying to find a way through. Everts has got a grandstand view. Smets goes for the lead. Finally snatches it off Federici. The factory KTM leads. Ducati Yamaha in second. The Gabors Grand Prix Suzuki in third place. Fabulous action here from Spain. And Monique Pavot, himself close to 34 years old, 4 times a runner-up in the World Championship, is clinging right on in 5th place. Smets at the front, 450 leads 450, leads 250. And then 2 more snarling 450. So at the moment, that 250cc Suzuki is the yellow filling in a 4-stroke sandwich. Across those whoops, and Federici has a nasty moment up the inside, and that gives Mikael Pichon his chance to pounce. Pichon carrying on his terrific confidence from his 250cc Grand Prix domination of 2002. And of course, Mikael Pichon doesn't mind those whoops. 3 times a former French Supercross champion, and perhaps more relevantly, twice in 1995 and 96, the 125cc East Coast champion in the USA for Pro Circuit Kawasaki. Claudio Federici still sitting right in there, splitting the main contenders, as Pichon once again attacks Joel Smets, and this time gets through into the lead. Side by side across the tabletop. Pichon has the inside line. And that move even shook up our camera. Pichon leads, Smets second. Who's going to draw first blood here at Bellpuig? The Yamaha's 3rd, 4th and 5th. But Stefan Everts surprisingly not the leading man. Pichon keeps it low, soaring downhill. He knows that the less time he spends in the air, the more time he can get the power down on the deck. Stefan Everts finally gets through past Claudio Federici and begins to attack number 3, Joel Smets. Side by side up the hill, the crowd running from fence to check out the action. And neatly and tidily, Stefan Everts clips inside Joel Smets. That excites the L&M Rinaldi Yamaha team. But can he do anything about the mercurial Mikael Pichon? He's dominated the last 2 years of 250cc Grand Prix competition. Stefan Everts begins to move clear in second place. Third place for number 3, Joel Smets. But Mikael Pichon looks as if he's going to open his campaign absolutely as he wanted to for the Gabors Suzuki factory team. Privileged, of course, to wear the number 1 plate, partly because Stefan Everts' favourite racing number is number 72, the year that he was born. Behind Pichon, Everts and Smets, the battle for 4th place. Monique Pavot coming under attack now from number 19, the Osterman Gordon Crockard on Cass Honda. Crocstar lost his British Open Championship in 2002 to Paul Cooper during his year with the factory KTM. He's back with Cass Honda, where some people would say he belonged. He's riding the 450cc four-stroke bike, and he's attacking Bevolts for that fourth place. Smets also staying well in contact with Stefan Everts. And Federici goes down on the whoops. Federici goes down across the whoops and can't start that hot four-stroke engine. And that was how it happened. Almost looped out as he came across the end of the whoops there. So Claudio Federici in trouble as Gordon Crockard goes desperately for the inside line, right behind Smets and Everts. Crockard on the pace, cuts inside Marnik Bevolts, through into fourth place, threatening the Belgian veterans. Instant retaliation though from Marnik Bevolts. So 3 Belgians, the 30-somethings against 24-year-old Ulsterman Gordon Crockard. Crockard stuffs inside. Marnik Bevolts is a light sprinkling of rain falls, and he's desperately trying to make that move through. Gordon Crockard could ever sort out his starts, wouldn't he just be a menace? He won his first Grand Prix, of course, in Spain at the beginning of the year 2000, and he's been one of the top dogs ever since. Smets still attacking Stefan Everts, not letting the Yamaha get away, but just losing a bit of traction on the uphill then. And Marnik Bevolts has come off. Marnik Bevolts, he looks distraught. So too do his pit crew. He crashes out of fourth place as Joel Smets once again launches an attack on Stefan Everts, right round the outside of the Yamaha. What a colossal move by the former Open Class World Champion, 4 times World Champ Joel Smets. Crashes his way around the outside of a surprise Stefan Everts. What a move. How can Stefan respond across those whoops? So tricky, as we've already seen. They've caught out Claudio Federici. Everts responding though. He's fighting back as you would expect. The Belgian giants. 10 World Championships between them. Gordon Crockard, no World Championships yet. His time will come, hopefully fairly soon. Crocstar quickly coming to grips with the 450cc four-stroke Yamaha. So too the former British 125cc champion and former European 125 champion, the Dane Brian Jorgensen. And number 12, Kenneth Gunderson, the blonde Norwegian. He is the next 250cc two-stroke in contention on his Motor X Kawasaki, ahead of number 9, James Dobb, on the factory 250cc KTM. So Dobber, the 2001 125cc world champion, lies in 7th place on the leading 250cc two-stroke K-Tune. 30-year-old from Derbyshire getting the better of his teammate Pit Byra. The gap between first and second, Pichon, 10.8 seconds clear of Joel Smets. Just 2 laps left. 35-minute plus 2-lap races in the Motocross Grand Prix class. And the battle is on for 3rd place. Here comes Crockard, going to close down ruthlessly onto the back wheel of Stefan Everts. Fantastic airtime here in Spain. Crocstar from Newtownards, the son of the former Ulster champion Davy Crockard. Mikael Pichon finding those tight lines, untroubled by the adverse cambers, and then pinning his feet to the pegs and rolling the outside berms. Stefan Everts tensing up a little bit on the last lap as he finds Gordon Crockard really attacking him hard. But Crocstar, front wheel landing, not what he wanted at that point. Just not quite able to edge close enough to launch a meaningful attack. One man not having to attack anybody, just having fun at the front now. 10 seconds clear. Mikael Pichon looks as if he will take the first Motocross Grand Prix of 2003 and wins it for Suzuki. Frenchman Michael Pichon is the winner. Second, Joel Smets. Third, just hanging on ahead of Gordon Crockart, Stefan Everts. Yorgi in fifth place ahead of Gunderson, James Dobb and Pit Byra. Seventh and eighth places for the 250 KTMs. Stefan Everts makes sure that Michael Pichon needs a shower, but it's Pichon who leads the World Championship by just 3 points after the first round from Smets and Everts. Crockart fourth.